Hey everybody, welcome to Behind the Art, episode 4. I am your host, Art Strong. I know I said that I was not going to do the Behind the Art series anymore, but with my channel uh, getting rid of all game-related videos, I have this big hole in this channel now. So I need to fill it. So we're going to be doing a behind the art. I'm not going to say it's going to be every week, but I'm going to try to get this one and maybe a behind the curtains once a week, and then maybe a stream of some kind throughout the week. So that way I get like 3 pieces of content every week on the channel. And then we'll go from there and see how things go. A little bit of news. My video card a couple days ago decided to give up the ghost. So I was able to get another one thanks to a very dear friend of mine. I got a GeForce 1660, a 6 gig version. I was only running a 2 gig. And it's made a world of difference. If you notice the last behind the curtains video, I was having a lot of trouble with Substance. There was a lot of lag. And that's why the video card was literally on the verge of giving up. I have no idea. It was old. I put that card through a lot. And as I'm about to show you in this behind the art, jeez, I'm getting my series mixed up here. This is probably part of the reason why it gave up. So I'm gonna pull this up here. This is by far the most popular video on my channel. It's an HBO feature presentation intro remake I made way back in 2016 when I was in school, and this was my final project one of my final projects that kind of converged 2 or 3 of my classes together: motion, digital art, and I think one other for branding and stuff, something to do with career management. As you can see, it's by far my most popular video. So I'm going to get you guys to we're just going to go through it real quick. It's only 45 seconds. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty awful. To be very honest, if I had to redo that intro today, oh, it would be completely different and done a completely different way. But I thought I'd show you guys the process, or at least some of the process of how I made this. So we're going to go into Cinema here, and this is the first part of it. This is the actual HBO logo animation. And it's just the HBO coming into view and then rotating, and I wanted to do it this way because I wanted to get the lighting, and the rig that I used in this for the lighting is the same rig for all the other stuff I'm going to show you. That way I could get the lighting consistent. That was my biggest concern. I wanted my lighting to be consistent because when they originally did that logo back in 83, it was stop motion. The whole thing was stop motion. So they set up the rigging and lighting and stuff so that it would be exactly the same. So there's that part. And then there's the room, which you fly through. But if you notice, like I've got posters on the walls, huge big speakers. I really shouldn't have the Pepsi logo there, but and then there's also popcorn, and then there's lights. Yeah, it's the HBO, if I remember correctly, it didn't take as long to render. I think it took about 4 hours to render. This one took like 12 hours to render. And then the city which I hand built. And there's parts in here that you don't even get to see. Like there's a whole fountain over here that I built. Like it's crazy the amount of detail I put into this, and then you never see it because it goes by so fast. Look, there's some lampposts and a can, or not a can, mailbox. And that moon has a texture on it. But yeah, I mean, and then I had the cars going in through and by. Yeah, this took a staggering 22 hours to render. So this is probably why my video card hates me and blew up. And then there's the last part of it, which is the feature presentation part. This didn't take too long to render. I think it took a couple of hours. But yeah. And then you render all of those out. And then I brought it all into After Effects. And put it all together. And this is probably gonna not. It's probably gonna choke. You can see it's all in here. So there's the feature there. There's the static that goes over top, and then there's the entertainment, which I think I made that in Photoshop. And then there's the animated logo. Like I have to bring these in as PNG. What are they called? It's basically, it takes a picture of each frame and makes it in PNG. So when I bring it into After Effects, it sees it as a movie, or technically it would see it as an animation. And it's combining all those PNGs together to give you an animation. And that's what each one of these did. The city, the room, they're all PNG animations technically. That's how film is made up. It's a frame, right? Each frame, and then you just play the frames. I mean, that's how they did old school animation, right? But yeah, you got my sounds are in here, and then the meteors. Like I said, if I could redo this thing, I would have done it completely different. I probably could have done 75% of this. I probably could have done right in After Effects. Because now I know how to do that. I would know how to do that HBO logo as a 3D object. I could do it right in. The city I would probably have to do. I'd probably still have to do that in Cinema. And the room, yeah, I'd probably still have to do that in Cinema. So not quite as much, but I'm so much better with Cinema now. Like you can see these. We go back here. These models are really, really, really. If I come out of my camera, you can see this is what it looks like. It's just a room in space. And these are such primitive. Like I even put a remote on there and a table, which you never see. Like I went nuts. Back then, this was nuts for detail for me because I was just starting out. I think I had maybe 6 months in Cinema at this point. So yeah. And then go to the city. This is probably the one you guys want to see. It's just a city. It's just a couple city blocks. You can see that I got this beautiful fountain area that you never get to see. But I thought, you know what? I'll put the work in because you never know. I might use it for something else someday. Because I mean, I put a lot of work into it. The only other thing that took me longer to render was the Santry video. The Santry video I showed you last episode, I think. Yeah. That one took it took almost 2 days. It took almost, yeah, because of just the amount of with the trees. The trees just took forever to render. But yeah, I hope you guys love these little behind the scenes look at how this stuff is made. Like I said, this is really old. You know, I've got in terms of experience, I've got decades worth of experience now doing this stuff, and I would do this completely different. But yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It's not as long as some of the others, but I will work on that. I have lots of other work to show. It's just a matter of doing it in a way that's interesting, because a lot of it's pretty dry. I'd love to. One of the episodes I have in mind is to actually, and I haven't done this in a while, so it'd be practice for me. It'd be like a refresh, is to actually color some kind of a comic page or something, and show you guys the process and how that works, because a lot of people don't realize the amount of work that goes behind coloring a page. It's a lot of work. So yeah, something else I had in mind. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. The support on this channel has been awesome. I hit 159 subscribers the other day, which I'm over the moon about. Keep them coming. We're getting closer and closer to that 1,000 mark, and you know, the more subscribers I get, the more viewage I get, the more I'm gonna have the ability to put more content out. That's the whole point of it, right? But yeah, thanks for viewing my video, guys, and you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Catch you on the flip side. Bye for now.